Hey, what is up guys? My name is Cameron Gallagher from We're Film, and today we're talking all about timecode and LAVs, so let's get into it. So the idea of 32-bit float recorders are not new, and actually I think probably going on a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, we actually did a video on the MixPre 3 Mark II, which had the 32-bit flow audio. And if you don't know what 32-bit flow audio is, basically it is a raw form of audio. Now, although that's not totally true, basically you're getting an unlimited amount of dynamic range in the audio, which allows you to actually set the gain later. This is super useful when things could possibly clip, or you want to make sure, you don't really know the levels that you're going to have, and maybe they drastically are going to change throughout the course of a recording. So like us, we use it a lot on weddings, and people sometimes laugh really loud, or then they talk really quietly. So you never really know what an audio level might be in a certain situation. And that's where 32-bit flow audio comes in great handy. Now, in the past, I'd actually taken a look at Tentacle Sync's just sync devices. So these were audio timecode. They injected timecode into things like the GH5 or any camera that didn't natively support timecode, but also, timecode devices, things like the MixPre 3 or the Ursa Mini Pro G2. You could sync them all with this timecode from Tentacle Sync. I reviewed those devices and I really liked them. And then Tentacle Sync had reached out to check out their Sync-E, which is their new 32-bit flow audio recorder. It's a LAV, which already got me excited. But then the more exciting part was that it actually had timecode built in, because of course that's what Tentacle Sync does. So I was very excited to take a look at this, and honestly, after receiving it, this has pretty much become my #1 lav mic and the go-to for me. Now, there's a couple cons, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but I think overall it is a fair, safe assumption to say that these are probably the best 32-bit LAVs out there for the price with the feature set, and that's what we'll get into in a minute. So from a physical standpoint, these guys are pretty small, they're a little plastic, and basically they're just kind of simple. They have one button on the side that pretty much just turns on and off. You can do some recording, some things like that, some basic functionality. You also have a headphone jack. You of course have your LAV input, some LED indicators, and your micro SD card slot, and that's just about it. They're pretty much as bare bones as they can get. And the reason being is because most of the emphasis is on the Tentacle Sync app, which we'll get into a little bit later. But overall, when it comes to build quality, I gotta say they're not the greatest thing in the world. I mean, they feel tough and they're nice and light at least, so that is a plus, but I gotta say they're not like metal build, or they don't feel completely totally solid. Now I will say I did take a look at the Zoom F2 and I made a video all about how that was broken, so it is better than that. So I mean, that's something alone, but the design and everything didn't absolutely wow me, and I did wish there was a few more physical buttons that you could maybe set levels. Again, that doesn't really matter with 32-bit, but still, there's a couple more physical buttons I think that could have been added to make it a little bit better. But overall, I think the design is still really nice. It's lightweight. It's just, it's still tough enough. If you throw it, if you drop it, it's not going to like bust in half. But I did wish it was maybe a little bit better in the manufacturing end. But again, that's like super nitpicking. So the big thing about the Tentacle Sync Sync-E is actually the use of the app and the syncing across all these devices. So of course, it is a 32-bit LAV recorder, and that's what it is, right? So the biggest part about it is how you utilize this, and in particular with timecode. So what you do is you actually connect it to the Tentacle Sync app, and this can connect with all of your Tentacle Sync devices. So the Sync-E, so any lav mic, as well as their normal just Track-E's. So this is the actual sync devices that we were talking about in the videos in the past. And the great thing is you can see all of these and sync all of them on the app, but then you can actually go in and control the Sync-E. So you can see everything from gain to actual waveform monitoring, which is very, very handy. You also have a low cut filter. You have some more settings, so you can do things like format the SD card. You can change the recording type if you want to do 24-bit or not 32-bit. And there's a bunch of different things you can do right inside of the app. It of course shows you the time code, the battery life, things like that. So obviously this device has been built for the use of the app. And I both love this, and I do say it can come in a little bit of a disadvantage in some situations. The reasons why I love it are the fact that you don't have to be right next to this lav mic. So for instance, when we're shooting a wedding, we can put one of these in the groom's pocket and one of these in the officiant's pocket, and we can wirelessly sync these, start these, stop these, and also we can format the cards. We can actually see the levels, so we can see like, okay, yes, their lav is working, or whatever it may be. Being able to do that live on the app, not near the lav mic, is incredibly nice. The only thing that becomes a little bit clunky is the fact that you pretty much have to use the app to do that. That's not totally true because it is 32-bit. You could just click record on the actual lav itself and just go. But again, you don't get as much controls and it's a lot harder to just do that. You don't get that sort of flexibility. And in that case, you have to use the app to actually sync and use the timecode. And this is where we get into the biggest part about this and why I love these things. So the timecode is the huge selling point of these lav mics because this is what is going to set it apart from basically any of the other lav mics and why it makes them so useful. So to give an example, we did a couple shoots recently where basically was doing a mini documentary. We would follow farmers around their farm all day and pretty much just shoot and talk about whatever they were doing on the farm and sort of the step-to-step process of their procedure on the farm. Now for us, this was a few hours and actually probably closer to 5-6 hours of a day. And we had a ton of different footage because we were using 2 cameras. We were shooting a bunch of different shots, some B-roll, some actual A-roll, sound on tape, and a lot of different stuff. And we were using the Tentacle Sync E lav. So the great part is by using my Tentacle Sync TRACK-E into my Ursa Mini Pro, I was actually syncing all of the timecode instantly across all of the devices throughout the entire day. So I could go back to my editor and either sync inside the editor or use Tentacle Sync syncing software, which is actually pretty useful. And I put everything in, click one button, and boom, everything off the entire day syncs up, including all of the lav mic because the timecode is built in. That is huge. That simplifies so many things because I think about maybe a short film, right? So let's say you're shooting a short film and you're shooting all day long, maybe for multiple days, and you want to just easily sync up all of the audio and all of the footage. You can do that instantly with using timecode, and that's obviously an advantage of timecode as is, but having this on a 32-bit lav mic makes things like weddings incredibly simple now, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I see using this. Many documentaries or weddings, things where we need to have timecode and sync across many devices, but also have that flexibility in our audio. That is going to be absolutely huge. Now, what about sound quality, right? I've been talking a lot about the other stuff, but not about sound quality, and I will say, the sound quality is really good. I don't say it's better or worse than any other lav mic I have, better than the DR10Ls or really any other device. And I do think maybe if you got a better lav mic, it would sound even better. I did try the DR10L lav mic, which I think is a little bit better than the one that they send you. And I did think the sound was a little bit more full and just full bodied. But again, you could always add on a really nice lav mic. So that's up to you, but I think the ones built in that they actually send with it are incredible. And one of the other things I love about these is they come with a ton of accessories, different colors and different stickers, and they have a bunch of different bags and all that kind of stuff, and that is super handy. And I think it's just one of those things that sets them apart from other lav mics, and it does kind of reflect in the price, because I will say these are not super cheap. You can check the updated pricing and links down below, but I do think it's not the cheapest of all of these lav mics, but it's because it has a massive feature set. I mean, 32-bit float with timecode, with a good microphone and all the accessories included. That's really, really big. Now, one of the other things was the battery life. And now I can't actually speak for how long the battery completely lasts, but I will say in most of my testing, it lasted more than enough for the full day with one charge. Now remember though, these are rechargeable through USB-C, so you have to keep in mind that you can't just change out the batteries. So in my case, I have 2 lavs, and again, most days it's totally fine, but just keep in mind that you can't just like swap batteries out, so you need to recharge these, which could be a pro, could be a con, depending on how you look at it. But overall, I have been incredibly happy with the Sync E's, and as a lav mic with timecode and 32-bit flow audio, these have become my go-to lav mics, and I don't see myself really using any other lav mic or any other audio device in that case, especially on things like weddings or other stuff like that. Obviously, big commercial projects or corporate videos or narrative, we'll use the Mix Pre 3 unless we need lavs. But anytime I'm using a lav, I am always grabbing the Sync E, so it has really become a staple in my production. So be sure to check out all the links in the description below for everything I talked about. But again, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.